I think there's positive news currently when it comes to ICP. Let me explain why. Not too long ago, Dfinity made a post on X, and what was it about, right? It was about kind of basically announcing how they have just increased the replicated state capacity by 100%. Now, some people may be thinking, what is that? Who cares? Well, I think it's a pretty big deal because now the replicated state capacity is 2 terabytes, and I'm going to explain what a terabyte is quite briefly before I explain how does this even matter in the first place, because this gives some context, right? Now, a terabyte is a unit of measurement used to describe computing capacity. And again, right, they have just increased the replicated state capacity by 100%. Now, it is 2 terabytes. Why is this a big deal? Because basically what this does allow, arguably in my opinion, is that it basically makes the internet computer more capable of hosting more software. Kind of the interpretation that I have when it comes to this. So it's a big deal. Again, increasing that basically, again, replicated state capacity by 100%, I think that's a major victory. I mean, let's think about this, right? They don't really have to do this. The internet computer is already massive anyways. Like, a lot of my friends out there, they don't even care about this. But I think this shows the long-term mindset that they have. I think it showcases the dedication, because if they weren't dedicated, if they didn't believe in it long-term, if they didn't care about it, I don't think they would be doing stuff like this. So I think, again, it's a major victory. And I already feel like the internet computer already has arguably a lot of amazing advantages. Because if we take a look at, for instance, for $1 worth of smart contract data on the internet computer, allegedly over 200 million bytes could be had. Whereas on Ethereum, around 44 bytes, which, again, that's allegedly, but I just think that's too big of a difference. Not to mention, we take a look at the internet computer. Allegedly, the average cost per instruction is over 40 million times less expensive than Ethereum. Over 40 million. I'm not saying around 40, around 400. Again, allegedly over 40 million. That's kind of mind-blowing. And on top of all that, they do something like this. Again, I mean, man, Dfinity, I like what they're doing. I like also the direction in which the internet computer is heading. Let's not forget, there's also Caffeine AI, the world's first self-writing apps platform. There's also, we take a look at the Solana integration, right? That happened not too long ago. We take a look at Bitcoin DeFi. That's also a pretty big deal, in my opinion, arguably, because allegedly it is powered by the internet computer. So we take a look at all this. I just don't think the internet computer is such a bad project, at least in my perspective. I also take a look at the price of $100, considering current circulating supply, a market cap would be around $53.7 billion, still around $30 billion less than Dogecoin's all-time high market cap, so I don't find that ridiculous. And it's around a 19x from where it is as of right now, which arguably, I do not know if something like Bitcoin and Ethereum could do that in the next 6 months due to their very massive market cap. I mean, even Bitcoin at 300 grand and also Ethereum at the price of 10 grand, in both cases, that's still less than a 3x from where they are as of right now. Again, I just don't feel like the market cap is that ridiculous, and also that hypothetical upside excites me more than less than a 3x, arguably again around a 19x, if ICP were to maybe go to the price of $100. But the way I view it is that I'm still staying patient, because I treat this like a marathon. I don't treat it like a sprint. I'm willing to wait because I've been waiting for quite a while anyways. And if the fully fledged type of altcoin season were to happen, I think, again, if it were to even maybe happen, it's going to probably be a time where I least expect it to do so, which is why I'm staying patient. That's about it. That's the only thing that's within my control. Sure, I can try to pull up a price chart, draw some random triangles, but that isn't really going to do much because the market's not going to care what I do on that price chart. I'd rather focus on the fundamentals. I'd rather focus on the news. And that's what I'm doing. Dollar cost averaging, holding, and waiting. That's about it. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.